Hi everyone, DJ Lyte here. Welcome to Minecraft gameplay part 278. Last part of Minecraft gameplay I showing y'all was Pumpkin Goblin's house. If you got into a live part of Minecraft gameplay, make go to the part before this one. But today I am showing back mostly tree houses for the dogs. Now, I didn't really get all 40 tree houses done because since most of all, the tree house is gonna take like kind of like quite some time to get everything like mostly like done for these tree houses. So the tree houses I put about back, which you can see from the right side, is pretty much Kyle Tree House and Ryder Tree House. So these are the two houses I am showing for. These are the two tree houses I'm showing for today Minecraft gameplay video. So I wait no time as always. Let's get on into this. And also, if you guys can check with the recent poll from over around yesterday, Friday, maybe go check that poll out while y'all watching the video. So yesterday's poll was, who is your favorite plant in Plant on Golf Fair in this list? So we had was pea shooter, sunflower, chomper, and cactus. And I'm telling you what, I was actually kind of a little bit really surprised that you guys picked pea shooter. Like 7 people picked pea shooter, which is interesting. Because I was surprised that people pick like sunflower or cactus that I guess Chomper, even though Chomper has been a lot of problems for me around, well, not in Garden Warfare, but mostly in Golfer 2. And I think I remember talking about him, I think. I'm pretty sure I did a video of talking about him around, probably a few years ago. And I'm telling you what, by the way, if I had to pick from any plants from most of this list, I'll probably pick Pea Shooter too, because I think Pea Shooter is like the most ever plant I played in Plant with Zombies. And so is Super Commando from the zombie side. Cause Super Commando was like one of my characters I mostly played a lot. Leading Plant with Zombies, like mostly Golfer, especially from Golfer 2. So that's pretty much not to pretty much say that, but it's definitely Pea Shooter. So let me know in the comment below which guys you pick from mostly from that poll. But right now, I was gonna include my treehouse to be shown from pretty much in this, cause I was gonna pretty showing y'all most of my treehouse, cause I think my treehouse was kind of like first than the other dog houses. But since I have already showed it when I made both the DJ Lyte City, I'm not gonna show that today. So let's start this. Let's show off with Kyle's treehouse. Now it has been a long time since I have really seen the treehouse. Like, if y'all wanna know, this treehouse was created around 2023, about literally 3 years ago now. Now I don't remember what date or day I pretty when I saw back the video around like literally that year from 2023, because y'all want to know 2023 is 3 years later, which is absolutely crazy to me, because I feel like 2023 was not too long ago, but most of all, years go by very quickly, and you just realize that most of all those years are just gonna be turned like old very quickly. So let's go ahead and go inside his treehouse. So let's see. As you can see, this is the sign I put before when I looked back from the video, Kyle's treehouse, and this is what it looks like inside of it. Now I think I no, okay, no, I didn't forget anything. Okay, yeah. So this is what his treehouse mostly looked like around when I pretty much shown it. Yeah, should have been a lot more stuff in here, by the way, because I have no idea why I did not add that much stuff when I first time built his treehouse. But this treehouse is kind of like a little bit nostalgic to me, because I think Kyle was the first ever doghouse, and I think I remember saying this, was the first ever doghouse to ever have his house. Before, Roy, Rex, Ava, Rosa's daughter, if you want to know, they had their houses too, so they haven't been replaced. But, yeah, it's pretty much cool to pretty much see this whole side of treehouse again. Now, you could be probably wondering why I didn't put no leaves around this house. Well, this one's pretty much, I think is this pale oak planks or just, roots oak planks? Let me see. These are birch planks. I don't really, use birch planks that much, by the way, because I think this is the, let's see, this is the second time I'm probably using it, because most of all, I had to build, what is this? This was the, oh yeah, the pool house, yeah, from old, around DJ Lyte World, yeah, I remember building that. Not the most build I mostly talk about a lot, but yeah, so most of all, this is pretty much the second time using it for birch plank for this year. Oh, sorry, last year to this year. So that is very something. But like I said, it is good to see pretty much Kyle Treehouse again. So hopefully soon enough that I will probably get the other two houses, sorry, the other two tree houses done, which is for Roy and Ava. So I'm glad I probably, built this tree house again after, 3 years later. Alright, and next one is Ryder. Now, actually, I'm kind of surprised about this one, is because most of all, I thought he had kind of like a regular, just kind of like, kind of like a regular oak plank house, or just like, kind of like wood. But no, his tree house is actually pretty much, gold. Now, if y'all probably wonder why it's gold, over around, I think also in 2023, he had a gold tree house, which I even know for some reason. And I'll tell you what, Ryder's tree house has probably had one of the most decorations that I ever thought made me seeing. I mean, look how much decoration he has. Well, I mean, not probably a little bit too much, but most of all, this is what it looks like around from his from DJ Lyte world of his treehouse. So we have most of the bookcases. We have the TV, which I don't even know why there's a TV laying in a treehouse. Most of all, actually, I do remember most of all one of my old childhood friends who used to have a TV. Actually, he had one of those like those retro TVs, kind of like one of those small TVs, like the little. Was it the two antennas or one? No, it was the two antennas, and it was a really small TV. I don't remember what we watched because it was like, because I was like, a kid back then, so I didn't really remember much of like what I mostly watched from most of my old childhood friends. But I do know one thing. This is what Lig would be look like overall. What he had like a TV lay on top of the lay on top of the tree. So then we got the bookcases as well. More bookcases. Got the enchanted table. Got the crafting table. Got like the yellow bed. I forgot to mention about Ryder's bed being sorry, Kyle's bed being blue. Then you got the picture of the karate. Never really talking about the painting that much actually. And then you got the anvil. And also the bell. Yeah, forgot to mention about the bell too. So this house is also pretty, kind of like a little bit nostalgic because most of all, I think he has one of the most like, one of the most like decked out like tree houses I pretty much, ever, did. It was kind of weird for me that most of all, when I look back from that video around just like, I think it was just literally just around just last night because I mostly started building his tree house around just literally like last night around Friday. And I think I started doing Cow Tree House around Wednesday. So that's very interesting. I also didn't put no windows for him, which is also kind of weird too. I think cause I looked back from that video as well, and maybe I was thinking like, did he have any like mostly like windows around his tree house? When I look back from it, he didn't. So that is kind of very something. So this tree house is really a good tree house. Gold tree house. Really nice, kind of like decked out, like hotel treehouse too. I mean, I would probably live in a treehouse, even though I wouldn't live in a treehouse mostly in my backyard. But it'll probably be cool to pretty much have. And sadly, no, I don't think I actually don't know anybody who has a treehouse. I don't remember anybody who has a treehouse around most of my area. I think I never seen one. So that's kind of very a little bit sad. But hey, it's good to pretty much, build this tree house and pretty much, see the tree house after pretty much 3 years later. So which is pretty much nice. So I'm glad it's pretty much, pretty much back in DJ Lyte City. But before I do end this all, by the way, there are still worlds I'm still returning, by the way. And you can tell from like, DJ Lyte City, it has gotten, I know it's been big, but I just want to say for one more time because most of all, I don't know how many animals I'm gonna add left for around DJ Lyte City because this world has gotten just like there's like so many grass I could put more for like houses, but actually because I think around let's see May, I don't think there will be any houses around the summer until probably August. I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of just saying because because I mean just look how so many houses that I pretty much did for like for the past like since last year to now this year. I mean most of all the new animals I did was like with was it Judy? I think that one Judy, that one's Moo Moo, that one's Smelly, he was just last month, and now Snow Gum is pretty much this month. So around May after this, well that should probably not be like a new animal actually. Could be pretty much like an old animal that I've pretty been knowing since Lee when I first time played Minecraft. And pretty much gonna be just like kind of like the other old animals I pretty much did, like the cow and the sheep. So it'd be very something to pretty much see. And most off, I am trying to more to some old worlds for this Minecraft. Cause there's still a lot of old worlds I need to go back to around mostly, this year. Cause I know last year was pretty good with Suburban Nation City and what was it? Suburban Nation City and was it Spellcraft? No, it wasn't Spellcraft. I'm trying to think what it's called. I literally forgot what it's called. It ain't Spellcraft. It's the one with like with the mine carts and like most like the mall being like a whole time Minecraft. Sorry, the Minecraft shop being a mall. I forgot what it's called. But that world too. So there'll be more ones coming back around later this year of 2026. But I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much end it right here. If you guys have enjoyed this, you already know what to do. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.